Okay guys, there's superstar Ryan, who just pulled the lost jib halyard using 2 paddles and I think this is something to pull down blinds in my house, and all of those things together to make up for my mistake. Oh, what a beautiful night. Lord, thank you that we're out here. Okay, Ryan, I'm tacking. So unfortunately, we were putting up our new mainsail.
I figured it out.
Yeah? What is that?
You have to pull it up and then it locks on the side.
Oh, I'm such a So now we'll see if we can get this secured. As you can see, we got the boats racing out there. We are currently 3 minutes late to the start. By the time we get this up, it'll be more, but that's okay. Not our first time being late to the race. Let me know if you need me to pull on it, Ryan. Be careful with that thing. It needs to be hand fed, basically. Okay, all right. Hey guys, I'm out of the boat. Oh, it's been a fun little time out here. Sailing has honestly an insane learning curve. But different parts of it present a different level of challenge. Tacking and jibing. You do that 20 times in different wind conditions, and you understand the basic maneuvers, you know? This rope, move the tiller this way, do this with the boom, position the boat this way before and after the turn. It does become second nature. And I've had a decent amount of practice doing that. But the tasks that come with owning a boat, with being solely responsible for maintaining it, and if I maintain it, I get to sail. If I don't, I don't. That's the tricky part. And so right now I'm dealing with a situation where with this rope, the main halyard, I am a complete idiot. There were so many ways that I could have prevented what happened. I literally can be cleated off right here, and this probably happened to a previous owner, and that's why they added this here, so that I can put the main halyard there, and then guess what? It's never going to fall out of the mast, which is what happened. And so I just rigged a kayak paddle to a canoe paddle to like a metal window pole type thing, and the goal was to put a weighted piece of line as a messenger line into the pulley that goes into the mast, and then basically it comes down into the mast with that weighted rope. And I'm about 6. I probably need 3 or 4 more inches. But the problem is that the thing at the top of my thing here is not completely frictionless. So I don't even think it's worth showing you. I don't want people trying what I'm trying right now, because it just doesn't work. And I have 2 liberal arts degrees. I am not prepared for this. I did not grow up messing around with boats. And so now here I am at age 34 trying to learn these new skills. And if I'm going to be honest, it's really frustrating. And I don't have, I don't have any type of person teaching me how to do it. I have to do it completely by myself. And that makes it a very high barrier to entry. That's not true. I have good friends who would be willing to come out and by hook or by crook help me figure it out. We're gonna have to take the mast down is what it's gonna be. And you know, there are reasons to do that. We're gonna do that. We're gonna do that so that we can do other things at the same time as we continue to figure this boat out. Do they necessarily know more than me? No, but they're more practically minded. And and it's just a heartbreakingly beautiful breeze right now. It's just absolutely perfect. Gusty, but you can probably hear that. But just a beautiful day, and I could be sailing. I just got a notification that it's Mental Health Awareness Month, and my mental health needs awareness right now. This is not doing it for me. So I'm feeling all discouraged. Last night we tried to go out racing. The sail, I just got the front sail repaired because in the previous race on Saturday, it had ripped in an insane way. Like 10 or 20 feet of it had ripped along the two seams. And you know what? I found a sail repair place, and she was a superstar. She fixed the sail within 48 hours. Now, it was a used sail, and I just spent twice as much to fix it as I did to buy it. But you know what? It's the only one I have. And so, if I want to sail this summer, I need a sail. So, you know, I think it's a decent sail, especially now. Better be. So, you know, it is what it is. So we weren't able to race last night because the jib the jib halyard was not attached appropriately, so the jib fell off. The mast, you know, the jib fell off the jib halyard at 3-4 minutes before the race. So we're just fooling around, you know, kind of staying out of the racing boat's way. And finally, thanks to we did something like this last night, and it worked. We were able to hook the jib halyard, bring it down, reattach it to the jib the right way, and then pull up the sail, and we were able to go sailing. And then we came back to the dock, and I dropped the main halyard. Literally, both halyards in one day came off, and it was definitely my fault both times. And I feel really stupid. And it's just, yeah, like I've been saying, it's a crazy learning curve. And it's very much of make a small mistake, have a relatively significant, consequence. You know, it's not small mistake, small consequence. Small mistake, big consequence. Now, obviously, everyone's safe, everyone's fine. And so it wasn't, you know, like a dangerous mistake, dangerous consequence. It's just as a consequence of me not being able to sail, me not being able to race, which is how I'm trying to learn. So now I have a learning opportunity disguised as not a learning opportunity. And my paddle contraption is not very secure. So when I'll get a chance to drop the mast, I have no idea. Probably not for at least 2 weeks. So partly because I'll be out of town. So I wouldn't have been sailing anyway. And as I'm feeling sorry for myself, one final thought. I remember the first time I tried to pull a shot of espresso at a friend's house. I measured out the coffee grounds. I put them in. I thought I was doing everything right. I pressed the brew button on the Breville Barista Express. Splat! And coffee grounds just are shot around the room. Because, as stupid as it sounds, I didn't put the espresso basket in the portafilter. Now, 3-4 years later, I would never do such a thing. I can make espresso in my sleep, which is why I can, I do it every morning before I'm awake, basically, more or less. And so that's great. And I remember the first time I drove a manual transmission on a highway somewhere in the southern United States, maybe Arkansas, Oklahoma, and I stalled it on the highway. And I remember the next time when I tried to learn, I was just stalling the car 10, 20, 30 times in the parking lot near my house. And you know what? I got it. And I've been making espresso shots now for 4 years. I don't have a manual transmission anymore, but I drove exclusively manual transmission cars from 2010 to 2025. And so it's just, I picked up those skills. And I'm confident that sailing is going to be one of those skills. And the different skills that are involved in sailing will be some of those skills. But man, I do feel like somebody should have told me that it was harder than I was. Well, nobody likes a Debbie Downer, but like, it's a lot harder than I thought. Okay, so we're doing hard things. We're learning new skills. We're not going sailing today, and that is the consequence of our actions. Over and out.